for some news.
Yeah, new this morning, a man is now behind bars after an alert citizen saw him checking the door handle of her car in the middle of the night. It happened on Sheffield Lane just after 2 this morning. The resident was able to give a detailed description of the man prowling outside thanks to her security camera. 32-year-old Alexander Artichoke of Rockland was found within minutes in the area. He was in possession of stolen items, and heroin was found in his truck. Federal prosecutors outlined an elaborate Russian plot to interfere with U.S. elections and announced charges against 13 Russians and 3 Russian companies. President Trump, who was briefed on the indictment, tweeted this before his announcement to run, and the Trump campaign did nothing wrong, no collusion. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein said the conspiracy involved a company called Internet Research Agency with hundreds of employees. It bought space on U.S. computer servers and spread distrust.
Defendants allegedly used that infrastructure to establish hundreds of accounts on social media networks such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, making it appear that those accounts were controlled by persons located in the United States.
The charges against the Russians include conspiracy, bank fraud, and aggravated identity theft. Lawmakers say this has to be a wake-up call for midterm elections and the next presidential race in 2020. New figures out from the Secretary of State's office say Democrats still dominate California voters, but independent voters are on the rise. According to the numbers, Democrats account for 45% of California voters, but the independent vote numbers have more than doubled in the last 20 years. Republican voter registration is down 10%. 76% of eligible voters in California are registered. Flu season may finally be leveling off, but the number of children deaths nationwide has risen sharply. Lisa Segal looks at the spike in pediatric flu and what parents should know.
What's going on today?
13-year-old Gabriel Diaz-Jones has been very sick, not himself at all.
Fever, aches, chills, like runny nose, my throat hurts, and lots of coughing.
His mom knew to bring him to the doctor right away. His grandmother just passed away from complications of the flu, and they know how serious this is.
She had the flu shot, but there were other complications associated with it, and it's a very strong flu season.
She's right. New numbers out today show 22 more children 17 and under have died from flu-related causes. That brings the total number of pediatric deaths this season to 84. And 3 out of 4 children who died were not vaccinated. Dr. Tiffany Jumeli of Roxbury Pediatrics says while the vaccine may only be about 36% effective against the worst strains in adults, the odds are better in kids.
They're finding that it's about 60% effective for children aged 6 months to 8 years old. And so it's definitely working better.
Still, the CDC confirms some of the pediatric deaths were in otherwise healthy kids and teens. That's why the doctor says you have to watch for symptoms.
If you have any fevers, body aches, and/or coughing, to go to your doctor right away.
Now, Gabriel did get the flu shot, but like so many others, got the flu anyway. He's headed home to rest, but if things get worse, he'll be back at the doctor. His mom is not taking any chances.
And the CDC says there's still widespread flu activity across the country. A new bill could allow first responders to help dying pets during an emergency by providing mouth-to-snout resuscitation without fears of being held liable. Right now, only state-licensed veterinarians are allowed to perform life-saving care like CPR. About 22 other states have passed similar laws. And for your Saturday morning forecast, here's Dave Bender.
Good morning. Get ready for a